And we is on YouTube. What it do, man? How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Hope everyone has having a wonderful day. Monday, November 3rd. Guys, I don't think you realize this, but my birthday's coming up. Guys, November 9th is my B-day. Young blood turning 19. Hope you guys wish me a happy birthday. I would love to see that. But guys, coming into today's video, before we even jump into it, if you guys aren't part of our Discord Collectors Club, literally been open for 7 days. We have over 350 members currently, pushing big numbers every single day. Just came out with custom Collector Club tags. Hope you guys are enjoying the content that I am pushing out every single day. A lot of shit on my plate today. I will be 100% transparent. I have so much shit to get done. Had a lot of personal stuff that I had to do earlier in the day, so kind of late right now, right? It's 6 p.m. Just doing the upload. Got to do the Notion. Got to work on the live study from a few days ago. It's just so much information. But I hope you guys had a wonderful day trading today. I hope you guys made some bread. Today was not a day that I actually traded. I didn't even press the button today. Little different scenario. I know, like, I trade every single day. You guys know me for that. But did not trade today. Big reason I'm going to be breaking down the entire day, what I was looking at, starting with kind of my Snowski outlook. If you guys want to know what I'm thinking every single day coming into the markets, join Collectors Club. I give a Snowski outlook on top of hundreds and hundreds of free content daily. And let's jump right into it, guys. Love all y'all. Hope you guys get some insightful information from this, and let's hop into it, okay? Now, posting around 10:50 a.m., right when I was getting off the charts, I added everyone to the Snowski outlook. Coming into today's delivery, you have to be super cautious seeing it's a new month, week, and daily cycle. Now, for anybody that isn't familiar with my info, one of the biggest trading styles that I personally use is high time frame narrative with the understanding of AMD XXAMD, Power 3, and quarterly theory. Okay, so how I'm framing my trades all dims down to price and time. Okay, I was stating that obviously it was the first week and the first day of the entire month. We have now an entire new cycle. So with this information, it was a little bit different with what I was coming into the market expecting. Now, I know a lot of people in my, Discord did catch shorts today. Good for you. I'm going to be breaking down why exactly I wasn't participating in this, and maybe you can frame your trades around that and see what my point of view was looking at. Okay, I was saying that today, being the first day of the month, first day of the week, could be the initiation, right, for the month's formality. Okay, understanding this, I came into the charts looking for a bullish cracking correlation on high time frames, such as at SSMTs with a monthly cycle, weekly cycle, or daily cycle. Price was delivering from a 15-minute market maker buy model to previous day's accumulation highs. And before I even jump down into all this stuff, I actually want to break that down. Okay, so a lot of people were coming into why was I bullish biased today. Now, was I entirely bullish biased? Obviously, there was conflicting bias, indicators with that. But you have to understand this. I tell all my students, all people that follow Collectors Club, and myself and my trading strategy is that AMD XXAMD, quarterly theory, Power 3 is how I frame every single day, every single month, every week, how each day is going to play out, but depending on news, right? As we know, today was a red news impact. We had 10 a.m. release. What was I expecting? I was expecting price to be bullish today. Now, breaking this down, why exactly was I thinking that? If you were to look over from Friday's delivery all the way up into today's delivery, you could have noticed that we were actually in our final stages of our market maker buy model. Now, I'm keeping this on the 15 minutes, so let me just break this down. Coming into this is obviously today's opening price. We can see from Friday's closing, we already had, I'm actually going to take this off, give me 1 second. We already had a stage of accumulation. Now, this is starting the smart money reversal, right? This is starting our big buy model. So what do we have? We have accumulation. We have our first stage reaccumulation. And then we have a smart money reversal at the lows. So seeing we have a smart money reversal at the lows, what identified this as a strong confirmation? Well, you could see previous day low gets taken. So coming down into this, there's actually a weekly cycle SSMT down here, because this is between two different daily cycles. Okay, so proving this, what does this prove to us as the trader? Well, this identifies to us as a high time frame cracking correlation. Okay, cracking correlation meaning when price is in a specific momentum, meaning a bullish or bearish market profile, these high time frame SSMTs will actually identify when a strong reversal is in play. Meaning, if we're expecting a reverse for our market maker buy model, because we already see our stages of accumulation, first stage of reaccumulation, and then possibly a smart money reversal, this high time frame sequential SMT is going to be our cracking correlation. Okay, this is what I mean by high time frame cracking correlation, is when one indice does something when the other one fails to do so. As you can see, NASDAQ fails to get to the previous day low. ES, on the other hand, takes it. YM, on the other hand, takes it. So you can see that's the high time frame cracking correlation. Okay, starting the smart money reversal, we then get our opening price for the entire week. Sunday coming into 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York. Okay, what do we get? We get right before that our first stage of redistribution. Now I'm going to change this color to blue, and I'm going to change this one to red. First stage of redistribution. Second stage of redistribution. Now, what are you expecting after this second stage redistribution? Unicorn. Now, what does price do when it actually gets close up to the accumulation highs? A unicorn. So I'm actually going to make this yellow. As you can see, price never got to Friday's delivery high, which is the accumulation high. Okay, so seeing that we have all this information on the chart, right? Cracking correlation on the weekly cycle SSMT at the lows, two stages of redistribution, accumulated highs on Friday, which is our previous day high, as our target. Bias is very, very clear to me. Now, a lot of people were trying to see, why didn't I take a trade? One of the biggest things that I explain to every single one of my students, all of Collectors Club, and every single time we have a live study, what I explain in my live studies is you are only pressing the button when probabilities are in your favor, meaning bias is aligned with the lower time frames, meaning that when you enter, depending on time and price, everything is aligned, meaning you have a greater probability, a greater likelihood of that trade playing out. Okay, now give me 1 second, juice. It's the burps. You guys know it. So, if I'm expecting that this buy model is going to stay in route and complete itself at obviously the previous day high, which was Friday's high, starting the accumulation of our market maker buy model, price should realistically deliver to these highs. Now, what was I expecting? Everybody knows that there's two different instances. There are LR, which is our low resistance liquidity runs, and there's HRLR, which is our high resistance liquidity runs. Now, LR is going to tell us smooth price with no big manipulation runs. High resistance liquidity runs is going to be crazy against liquidity, meaning there's going to be more manipulation, meaning more pullbacks, unnecessary pullbacks, I mean. Okay, now looking at today's delivery, if we were expecting each low to create a protected low and shoot up to the accumulated highs, this low should have been protected. Okay, now what did price target against? The low. So seeing this, I did not like this delivery. Okay, what was I expecting truly to happen in the overall, I guess you could say, daily cycle? I was expecting that, okay, we have our daily open price, which is also the weekly open price. We have true day's price. What does price do before delivering bullish is we get a pure manipulation under the daily price. So our daily PO3 is already in set. Our true day open already got manipulated under. If we're expecting bullish distribution for our daily cycles, meaning London manipulated, quarter 3 being distribution, New York AM, should respect the 15-minute market maker buy model up to previous day high. Now, did that occur? No. Seeing that it didn't occur, I had no opportunity of trades. That's as simple as it got. Okay, I want you guys to understand this is when you're breaking down your trades, when you're breaking down your day, your month, your week, you need to figure out what are the probabilities in this trade scenario. Okay, is price and time aligning? And does a low time frame SSMT prove itself, such as a 2-stage, giving you the affordance of a entry? Okay, and you could see how there was none of that. Now that's entirely fine. I don't need to trade every single day, but this is how I'm trying to tell you guys to frame your trades. It's high time frame to low time frame, correlated time, price, entry. Okay, so what was I exactly looking for? Well, 30-minute power 3 obviously was sending bearish. I was looking at that, okay, but it was against my bias, so I did not want to take it. Now, what did price eventually do? Well, we finally sent lower, 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 lower. I was indicating that, okay, if 4-hour 10 a.m. PO3 is going to set the stage for a bearish manipulation, bullish distribution for the day, because at the time London low was protected, at the time it wasn't taken, I'm expecting price to deliver on YM and ES to a level for a bullish divergence, such as a high time frame cracking correlation, to send price higher against the accumulation highs. Okay, I hope this all makes sense. Now, at the time of 10 a.m., you can see hovering over 10:15 before the low was taken, ES proceeded to take the daily low, which was also London's low, which was our previous quarter low. So what is that? That's a daily cycle SSMT, or a high time frame cracking correlation. And then what did YM do? YM came all the way down, filled last week's new week opening gap, which was a key draw, and then proceeded to do what? Take the entire last week's low, while NASDAQ and ES failed to do so. So what is that? That's a monthly cycle SSMT, or a monthly cycle cracking correlation. So we not only have a daily cycle, we have a monthly cycle in play. On top of the fact that 4-hour power 3 opened and manipulated bearish into what? Not only the weekly open price, but there was also a 4-hour change in stated delivery order block that was sitting inside of a bullish fair value gap. Okay, you could see how everything was pairing together. And on top of that, it actually came all the way down into a discount. If you were to grab the entire range, you could see price 50% came into a discount. Okay, everything is adding up. Everything that I'm looking for is adding up. We have our high time frame initiative, which is the high time frame cracking correlation. We have the monthly and the daily cycles already in play. Okay, what am I expecting now? I'm expecting that, okay, price and high time frame SSMTs are proving themselves. I need to go to the lower time frames and find a 2-stage or 1-stage, right? Meaning either a 90-minute or a microcycle SSMT. And there was none of it. There was legit none of it. There was not a single 90-minute or a microcycle when price was reversing from this level. And eventually, when price sank at 10:30, it swept London's low, invalidating everything that I was trying to do. Okay, so you can see here, I know it's just talk, but I want you guys to truly analyze what I'm saying here. If you guys were participating in the live study of Collectors Club, you would have noticed that when I'm talking about my trades, there's like a checklist that I go by. Checklist meaning bias, narrative from monthly, weekly, daily, finding what cycle you are in of the AMD XX AMD, power 3, and then time, right? Power 3 is price, time, quarterly theory. You have to have high time frame aligned, okay, with the understanding of price, power 3, right? 30-minute or 4-hour power 3. And when all those align, you are finding an entry once a 90-minute and a microcycle is in play. Both at the same time is best. That's considered a 2-stage. Okay? And seeing this, we did not have it. Okay? So this technically saved me from a loss today. But you could see from this price, it then proceeded to expand bullishly. So it was kind of unfortunate. I will say that a lot of people made money. I did not. But guys, you have to understand the difference from me and the difference from other people is I need probabilities in my favor. When I'm entering and pressing the button, I'm not trying to risk on unprobable conditions, right? You always base your trades off of weekly and monthly highest time frame all the way down to lower time frame bias, right? Your narrative where price is expected to go. It's an entire new month. First day of the month, first day of the week of the month. So you can see how this today was setting the stage for the information that I needed coming into the rest of the week and the rest of the month. It was simply an unprobable condition where I did not have enough information in my face to put risk on. That was simply it. I just sat on my hands. The second that London low got taken, as I called would be a protected low, and it got taken, not the condition I want to be participating in. I got off the charts. That is as simple as it is. So I'm not going to come out here and say that anything you took today, either shorts or longs, was improbable if you still won, right? You won, I didn't. So be proud of yourself. But I want you guys to understand this, is that when you're pressing the button, you need to be super confident that not only your high time frame, but your low time frame is pairing up with price and time. Because if they aren't, the trade is less likely to occur over the span of multiple days. Okay? Excuse me. I hope you guys understand that. You need to be putting yourself in positions where the trade's style is going to occur over and over, not a different style every single day, because that's not a strategy. That's just you strat hopping. Okay? You need to pick a time and the way that price sets up. For anybody that studies my content, it's AMD XX AMD from highest to lowest time frame, right? AMD is fractal, time is fractal. MMXM, PO3QT. That is how I trade. And now you guys have seen my wins, right? I win big. I usually win every single day most of the time. But today just wasn't one of those days. Unfortunate, entirely fine. Right, I have to come out here and make this video for you guys so you understand what was I looking at and why didn't I take anything. And this is why. Bias was super bullish on the day up to the Friday's high. Didn't deliver. Weekly cycle at the high as YM came up into the 4-hour inversion, already sweeping it during Asia. The previous day high, as you see. Price delivered bearish. Entirely fine. You do not need to trade every single day. There's so many days in the market that are going to be very good conditioned, very easily clear seen and able to catch. But the days today where I'm coming into it and I'm not liking it, I just know to get off. That's as simple as it gets. Okay? And I fully stated that in the Discord. For me, no trades today. If you see this as probable, you are mistaken. Okay? That is simply just how I look at the markets. Now, coming into the rest of the week, I am thinking that this is a pure accumulation stage. As you can see, all that price did was straight up accumulation. This is no pure expansion. Expansion would have delivered us above Friday's high. This is easily accumulation in my opinion. Tomorrow we're probably likely to get a manipulation. Bullish or bearish, we're going to have to see. As of right now, we have a monthly cycle in play with the lows, seeing that YM already filled the new week opening gap. So if price is going to manipulate bullish and then deliver bearish, maybe filling in the new week opening gap later in the week on NASDAQ and ES, as we failed to do so far, maybe that is the case. But overnight will tell us more information. All right. Now, if you guys have enjoyed Collectors Club already, please do so. Link will be in the description. And I love you guys. Hope you guys made some money today. And as always, I'll see you guys at the top. Peace out.